Hybrids versus long irons, it's one of golf's oldest debates. Some golfers love the precision and control of a long iron, while others can't live without the easy launch and forgiveness of a hybrid. If you've ever faced a long par 3 or 200 yards into the green and hesitated, wondering which club is right for you, you're not alone. Let's make this simple and figure out which one actually fits your game. Hybrids completely changed the way golfers approach the game when they were first introduced. Before they came along, players were often forced to hit long irons that were difficult to launch high and keep on target. That's why so many higher handicap golfers struggled. Long irons are some of the hardest clubs in the bag to hit consistently well. Hybrids came in and solved that problem by combining the best parts of a fairway wood and an iron. They have a slightly larger head, a lower center of gravity, and a design that launches the ball higher with less effort. And for many golfers, that was a total game changer. But that doesn't mean long irons are obsolete. Plenty of skilled players still carry them because they offer control and precision that hybrids sometimes can't match. Long irons give you a penetrating ball flight. They can be worked left or right on command, and in the hands of a confident ball striker, they are unmatched tools for attacking pins in the wind or keeping the ball under control. So the truth isn't that one is better than the other, it's about what fits your game, your swing, and your confidence level when you stand over the ball. If you're someone who struggles to get the ball in the air with your longer irons, that's a pretty clear sign you might benefit from switching to a hybrid. The entire design of a hybrid is built to help you launch it higher with a softer landing. That's huge when you're trying to hold greens from 180 or 200 yards out. A shot that lands softly and stops near the flag is a lot more helpful than one that runs through the back because it came out too low and hot. You also get more forgiveness. Miss hits with hybrids tend to lose less distance and stay closer to your target line because of the way the weight is distributed in the club head. Now, some golfers worry that hybrids will balloon too high or spin too much, especially those with faster swing speeds. And in some cases, that can be true. If you swing hard and tend to hit a naturally high ball, a hybrid might go too high and cost you distance. That's why better players often stick with long irons. They can flight them lower, keep the trajectory down in windy conditions, and shape the ball both ways if they need to. That kind of control is crucial for tournament players and low handicappers who demand precision from their clubs. One of the most underrated benefits of hybrids is their versatility. They aren't just for approach shots into greens. You can hit them off the tee on a narrow par 4 when you need accuracy over distance, punch them out from the rough when you're in trouble, and even use them for bump and run shots around the green if you want to get creative. Their wider sole helps them glide through the grass, which is why so many golfers find them easier to hit out of the rough compared to a long iron. But let's be honest, there are golfers who just love the look and feel of a traditional long iron. When you put one down behind the ball, it sits square and clean with no bulk behind it. Some players find that inspiring because it allows them to feel connected to the shot, almost like they're carving it out of the air. The sound of a perfectly struck long iron is one of the best feelings in golf. That crisp, compressed strike that sends the ball flying on a low, penetrating line is addictive. For these players, a hybrid might feel too chunky or too forgiving, like it's taking away some of the artistry of shot making. When deciding between the two, one of the biggest factors to consider is your swing speed. Golfers with slower swing speeds often struggle to generate enough height with a long iron. A hybrid naturally launches higher, which means you don't have to work as hard to get the ball up in the air. This is why hybrids are recommended for mid to high handicap golfers. They simply make the game easier. On the other hand, if you have a faster swing and can consistently strike the center of the club face, you might actually prefer the feel and control of a long iron. Course conditions also play a role. If you often play in windy conditions, long irons can be a huge asset. You can flight the ball lower, keep it out of the wind, and get a more penetrating shot shape. Hybrids tend to launch higher, which can make them more difficult to control in a strong headwind. On softer courses where you want the ball to stop quickly, hybrids can be more helpful because they land softly and hold the green better. Confidence is probably the biggest factor of all. Golf is as much mental as it is physical, and if you stand over a long iron feeling nervous, that's not a good place to be. If hybrids give you confidence and you know you can make solid contact most of the time, that's going to translate into better shots and lower scores. At the end of the day, the right club is the one that makes you feel good when you pull it from the bag. It's also worth noting that most modern iron sets stop at a 5 iron for a reason. Club manufacturers know that most recreational golfers struggle with 3 and 4 irons, so they're encouraging players to replace them with hybrids or higher lofted fairway woods. That doesn't mean you can't play a 4 iron if you want to, but it shows you where the industry is heading. More forgiveness, more playability, and more consistency for the average golfer. Another consideration is distance gapping. You want to make sure that whatever you choose, the yardages between your clubs are spaced properly. If you carry both a 5 iron and a hybrid that goes almost the same distance, that's not helping you. You want each club to have a clear purpose and a distinct yardage. That might mean carrying 2 hybrids and then starting your iron set at a 6 iron, or carrying just 1 hybrid and then using long irons for the rest. It's all about finding the right combination for your specific swing. One of the smartest things you can do is get fit for your clubs. A professional club fitting will show you exactly how far you hit each club, what your launch angle and spin rates are, and which combination of hybrids and irons gives you the most consistent results. Sometimes golfers think they hit their 4 iron well until they see the numbers on a launch monitor and realize it's not carrying as far as they thought. Data takes the guesswork out of the decision and helps you build a set that works for you. Some golfers choose a mix of both, and that's perfectly fine too. You might carry a 3 hybrid for long shots from the rough, but keep a 4 iron for when you need a lower, more penetrating shot off the tee. Golf is all about playing the percentages and giving yourself the best chance at success on every hole. There's no rule that says you have to choose one or the other exclusively. If you're still unsure, try both on the range or during a casual round. Hit a few shots with a hybrid, and then switch to a long iron and pay attention not just to the results, but to how each one feels. Notice the ball flight, the ease of contact, and your confidence level. Whichever one feels better and produces more consistent results is likely the right choice for you. At the end of the day, hybrids and long irons are just tools. The goal is to put the right tools in your bag so that when you face a tough shot, you know exactly what to hit and you believe you can hit it well. If a hybrid helps you do that, there's no shame in carrying 2 or even 3 of them. If you love the precision of long irons and can hit them well, there's nothing wrong with that either. The best players in the world play a mix that suits their strengths, and you should too. So the truth about hybrids versus long irons isn't that one is better across the board. It's that each has strengths and weaknesses, and the right choice comes down to your swing, your goals, and what gives you confidence under pressure. The next time you're debating what to put in your bag, think about the shots you face most often, the kind of courses you play, and which club will actually help you hit more greens and save more strokes. Once you figure that out, you'll never have to second guess that decision again. And there you have it, the real difference between hybrids and long irons and when to use each one. The best club is the one that makes you confident over the ball. Do you prefer the classic feel of a long iron or the forgiveness of a hybrid? Drop your answer in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a golf buddy who's still undecided.